This is a shelter strong enough to withstand a Category 18 typhoon. It's perfectly hidden beneath tens of thousands of tons of rock. The interior is not only safe but also airtight and fully equipped with living facilities. Even when it's over minus 30 degrees outside, it remains warm, cozy, and comfortable inside. In the vast and endless wilderness, Awei and Xiaohei appeared in our sight, bringing some life to the desolate scene. Soon after, a giant rock caught his attention. For Awei, who loves exploring and building, it was like a dream come true. The inner space was just right for the people to live in, and it offered a perfect 360-degree view. Awei immediately decided to leave his mark under the massive rock to make it more comfortable to live in. The current depth was far from enough. He had to dig deeper little by little with a shovel to expand the interior space. As for the dugout soil, Awei might have plans to use it later, so he just piled it temporarily by the entrance. Then he went back inside to continue digging. Time passed minute by minute, and Awei's shovel never stopped moving. As the digging went deeper, the space under the rock gradually became wider. Slowly, Awei's heart was filled with anticipation and excitement. After finishing this, he and Xiaohei climbed onto a big rock, replenished some water, and enjoyed a few juicy bites amid the picturesque scenery. To prevent strong winds from blowing dirt into the cave, Awei planned to lay a layer of stone bricks at the entrance. After digging the necessary trench, he went nearby to gather stones. During this process, he accidentally found a little cute creature. Even since I was young, I knew how powerful it was. Those who have been stung before, you know what I mean. Then he neatly arranged the stones in the trench, placing them in the center, fitting them together along their shapes. This not only prevented wind-blown dirt from entering, but also made the entrance look cleaner and more refined. Moreover, to blend with the surrounding environment, he added a few half-dead green plants. Awei thought they could purify the air and bring some life to the humble shelter. Finally, he used a larger plant to block the entrance, making sure no one could find the secret base. Perfect camouflage, considering the temperature difference between day and night. So, Awei quickly mixed some wild cement, planning to build a stove at the top entrance. For heating and cooking together, it had its own exhaust system, allowing the smoke to vent smoothly while cooking. It was simply a perfect design. To solve the problem of rainwater flooding in, he carefully built a stone barrier outside the entrance. This unique hat-shaped rock structure not only blocked the rain effectively, but also ensured the proper exhaust of carbon dioxide. After finishing everything, he moved his backpack inside, took out his battle-worn yoga mat, and set up his bed for the night. Then he gathered some firewood, placed it into the fireplace and lit it, quickly drying out the moisture inside. He poured some of his dog's favorite food for Xiaohei and brewed himself a pot of hot tea. He used a small cooker to boil some instant noodles, preparing a simple dinner to fill his stomach. Though the conditions were rough, he still enjoyed every moment. As the sky outside gradually darkened, Awei sipped hot tea to drive away the day's fatigue. He gazed at the distant lights of the big city, while he himself enjoyed the rare peace and freedom before him. No noise of the city, no work pressure, only him and this little world of his own. A whole day's labor, at this moment, turned into warmth and tranquility before his eyes. A few days ago, while exploring in the wild, he found a good place to live. Today, he specially brought his equipment. He plans to turn this spot into a livable home. The first thing to do is to inspect the cave. Awei carefully walked into the narrow gap. The flashlight's beam cut through the darkness. He carefully examined every corner of the cave. He also checked for any signs of other creatures living inside. After all, safety is the top priority. The naturally formed crack at the top serves as a perfect smoke vent. Awei secretly felt delighted. Such a design is both natural and clever, saving him the trouble of building a chimney. So Awei went outside. He replenished his energy. Just like how you need to eat before you can lose weight. Once Awei recovered his strength, he began building in earnest. He first leveled the ground to make the cave more comfortable to live in. Using his limited resources, he improved the environment as best as he could. After finishing, he collected some flat stones. Then he laid them neatly on the ground. This way, it felt more grounded to sleep on. The stones also helped block out moisture, making the space drier and more comfortable. Finally, using the remaining stones, he built a fireplace in a corner. Since the temperature difference between day and night is big, a fireplace for both warmth and cooking was essential. Once everything was ready, Awei moved his belongings inside. He lit up an Aladdin-style lamp. Though dim, its light was enough to brighten the small room in the dark night. Then he added firewood to the fireplace, making it burn brightly. It not only removed humidity, but also disinfected the air. The surrounding area was rich in resources. Awei discovered many useful plants nearby. These could be used directly for cooking, which brought great convenience to his survival life in the wild. You know. After peeling and cleaning them, he took out some minced meat from his bag. He fried them together with the plants, planning to make himself a hearty dinner. These plants not only provided food for survival, but also enhanced the flavor of the meal. During the cooking process, he carefully identified each plant to ensure they were edible, just to make sure he wouldn't drop dead on the spot. As the flames flickered in the fireplace, the aroma of food filled the small cave. Awei felt a wave of warmth and satisfaction. After 20 minutes, the food was ready. He couldn't wait to take a big bite. He and Da Wang enjoyed their meal together. After eating, he took out a yoga mat from his neighbor and prepared his bed for the night. He made himself a cup of wild fruit tea. As the fireplace kept radiating heat, he occasionally went outside for fresh air, looking at the bright lights of the distant city. He couldn't help but feel a bit nostalgic for modern civilization. But soon, that feeling was replaced by tranquility and freedom. This peace made him forget the noise of the modern world, the bustle and rush. It felt like the whole world had slowed down. He closed his eyes and soon drifted peacefully into sleep. Since the entrance of his last shelter was too narrow, every time after a big meal, it took him half a day just to crawl out. So, Awei set off on a journey to find a new home. Luckily, his luck was good this time. Not long after walking, he found a giant turtle-shaped rock. Its tail curved inward, forming a natural small cave. Inside were plenty of loose stones. That even saved him the effort of collecting materials. Its perfect interior layout immediately made Awei's builder instincts come alive. After he and Da Huang replenished some water, he took out the iron shovel, eagerly stepping into the construction phase. The first thing to do was to make good use of those messy stones. He neatly laid them on the ground according to their shapes. At this time, Da Huang couldn't really help much. His main role was simply companionship. The finished result, compared to marble, was no less impressive. Afterward, he used the remaining stones to build the outline of a bed frame. Then he filled the inside with dry soil, forming a soft mattress. In a wilderness, a fireplace is indispensable. It not only provides warmth, but is also essential for cooking and lighting. As for the smoke exhaust problem, he used a log to create a passage through the soil above. Then, Awei mixed some clay, using the log as a mold to make a smoke pipe, ensuring the smoke could vent smoothly outside. In this way, the fireplace's smoke issue was perfectly solved. After finishing that, he gathered some small branches, then measured them against the entrance. To find the right size, he carefully arranged the sticks, tightly together, matching the size of the doorway, to make sure they could completely seal the entrance. Awei's eyes were as precise as a ruler. The size was perfect for a wooden door, but to make it fully airtight, that wasn't enough. So Awei gathered some dry straw, then mixed it with some wild-made cement. He evenly applied the cement between the gaps of the wooden sticks, ensuring every gap was tightly filled. Once it hardened, it bonded firmly with the sticks, forming a strong, airtight barrier. After that, he embedded two upright pillars at the entrance, used wild iron wire to secure one side of the door, so it could open and close freely. This not only effectively prevented cold air from seeping in, but also kept the shelter warm and cozy inside. Considering the entrance soil was too loose, he removed part of it and used stones to build a few steps. That way, he wouldn't stumble at night again. Finally, he added some green plants for decoration, making the shelter blend into the surroundings. Almost unnoticeably, after everything was arranged, he brought his luggage inside. And after Die Huang entered too, he closed the shelter's door tightly. After a long day of hard work, it was finally meal time. He first added enough firewood to the fireplace, then quickly lit it. First, he boiled a pot of hot coffee to ease the fatigue of the day. Then, for Die Huang, he poured his favorite dog food. For himself, he had pancakes with kinmeat sauce. Although the meal was simple, in the wilderness, it felt extra warm and satisfying. After eating, he enjoyed a fragrant cup of hot coffee. As he sipped, he felt the warmth brought by the fireplace, enjoying this rare moment of peace. In the lonely night, he and Die Huang kept each other company, enduring one tough moment after another. This is Awei, a camping enthusiast, taking advantage of the good weather today. He once again came to this desolate land. After walking for a while, he seemed to spot something interesting ahead. As he got closer, he found a cave formed by natural boulders, and the space inside was full of hidden potential. Instantly, Awei's inner builder instinct flared up, his lifelong lack of security driving him on. So Awei became a mover of nature, gathering all the materials around him. To achieve a move-in-ready shelter, he first needed to divide the interior into zones. He began by quickly stacking stones to form the outline of a bed frame. Then he filled the inside with dry soil. This unlocked his first piece of wilderness furniture. With this size, even the people could sleep without feeling cramped. As for the excess soil at the bottom, he simply cleared it out. This made the interior space more spacious. However, while clearing one side of the entrance, he unexpectedly discovered a narrow crevice. The location was perfect for building a fireplace. After all, the temperature difference here could reach over 10 degrees. Having a fireplace for warmth and cooking was crucial. It could also solve the problem of dampness inside, keeping the shelter dry and comfortable at all times. As he spoke, the fireplace quickly took shape. After finishing, he took out an 8-section chimney pipe from his backpack and connected it to the gap above, then covered the cracks with soil, ensuring he could wake up alive every morning. After that, he climbed onto the roof, letting his thoughts wander afar. Since there were still many unfinished parts, after a short rest, he used leftover stones mixed with mud to build steps in front of the door. It would make going in and out much easier. For the natural contours on the wall, a little cleaning was enough. The soil piled up there became a wild storage shelf, perfect for placing small daily items. Just the right fit. Then he turned into a porter again, collecting some flat stone slabs. He planned to decorate the floor inside. He arranged them according to the shape of the space, fitting each tightly together. He sealed the gaps with soil, which not only blocked ground moisture, but also greatly improved the appearance of the shelter. After finishing, he collected some firewood nearby, brought it inside, and lit it. As smoke rose gently from the chimney, the once desolate wilderness suddenly felt alive. While the fire burned strong, Awei took out some beef, cut it into pieces, and added his girlfriend's favorite secret sauce. He poured in some water and simmered it in the fireplace. While waiting, Awei went outside, planning to make a door for the shelter. He placed a wooden pillars for the frame, and based on its size, assembled a door panel from sticks. Since the shelter was well hidden, the finished door looked quite rough, but it worked well enough to keep wild neighbors out. As night began to fall, he cooked a pot of rice for himself. When the rice was ready, Awei scooped a bowl, paired it with his homemade beef, and sat on his new bed to eat heartily. After the meal, he took his lantern and checked the surroundings, looking at the distant city lights and his small, growing home. Awei felt a deep sense of pride and happiness. He knew this wild shelter was simple, but it was his safe haven in the wilderness, a cozy nest built by his own hands. He looked forward to spending every peaceful, contented night here, enjoying the hard-earned tranquility and freedom